What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Carter TV. Got another juicy story for y'all. It's about a kid named Jason. Now, Jason is an openly gay boy. Let me not say gay boy. He's a gay man, young adult, 21, and happily gay. You feel me? He a cool dude. Happily gay. You feel me? Happily. See what I'm saying? He's happily gay. His family know he's gay. His friends know he's gay. Single man. Feel me? Single man. And he chilling. He's at the gay bar, right? Regular night for him at the gay bar, chilling, having a drink or two. And all the guys that's approaching Jason, he's dubbing them. I'm good. I'm just here to have a drink or two. This one particular dude in particular, sitting at the end of the bar, right? Sitting at the end of the bar, and Jason notices him, looks at Jason, sends Jason a drink. So Jason, him and Jason cheers to each other from across the room. So about 10 minutes later, he walks over to the dude, like, thanks for the drink, man, appreciate you. He said, how come you didn't come over and talk to me? The guy was like, oh, I seen you dismissing all them other guys. I thought I'd just send you a drink on a friendly note and let you enjoy your night. He said, I appreciate it. What's your name? Dude told his name. He's like, my name is Phil. And then he was like, Phil, I ain't never seen you in here. He was like, it's my first time. I just thought it was a regular bar, but it's a gay bar. And I just came for a few drinks so I can go home, right? So he was like, am I gay? He was like, I'm in a gay bar. Now, Phil doesn't actually answer him directly. He just said, I'm in a gay bar. Now, anybody would take that as, all right, I see you in this gay bar, you gay. Off rip, you gonna automatically assume he's gay, right? Because he's in the gay bar. Now, can a straight man go to the gay bar? Some of y'all gonna be like, yeah. Some of y'all gonna be like, no, because what are you in there for? Right? So, boom. He's like, I'm here, I'm in a gay bar. I just came for drinks, man. I ain't really looking to pick up nobody. I just came for drinks and chill, So Jason was like, oh, that's cool. Where you from? They start having a small conversation, which turned into hours until the bar ended. These guys had conversations. They got drunk. They dismissed, went their separate ways. The next few days, Jason goes to the gym, right? He goes to the gym. He goes to Planet Fitness. He's getting his regular workout in. Spots Phil. Phil's in here with another lady. So you see Phil, he's like, oh, hey, what up, Phil? He walked by him casually, hey, Phil, what up? So the lady was like, Phil said, hey, what up to him back? So the lady was like, you know him? He was like, it's a regular dude I met. Cool. So the lady walks off. So he goes up to Jason, like, hey, man, I didn't even know you come to this gym. He like, yeah, I'm in here frequently. Getting my workout on. He said, I see you looking a little swole. He's like, yeah, I got to keep it looking good, Phil was now flirting with him now. He said, you do look good. Then he looks at Phil. He like, you coming on to me, bro? He's like, I wouldn't say that, but, if the shoe fits. So they start to flirt, and he's like, can I get your number? Maybe we can go play ball or something. So Jason was like, all right, cool. We could do that. We can hang out. Jason ain't thinking nothing of it. He already thought the dude was gay because he's at the gay bar, right? So they start hanging out, right? And when they start hanging out, at a certain time, Phil goes home. Phil's like, I got kids that I need to attend to. And when I go out, I let the babysitter know, like, hey, I'm just going out for a few, watch the kids, I'll be back. I try not to stay out too late because I don't want my kids to work. So Jason understood that. So Jason was like, oh, you a bisexual man? Like, you got kids. What's the mom? Mom is not in the picture. Me and her both went our separate ways. We just co-parenting. Right now, it's my weekend, had the kids, and I also want to chill with you. So him and Jason start kicking it for a few weeks. They've been kicking it. They've been going to the gym like gym buddies. They've been going to the bar. They didn't have any type of sex. It's just flirting and hanging out. You know what I'm saying? It's flirting and hanging out. Going to the gym, going to play basketball together, going to the gay bar together. It's like regular pen pal shit between them. Like, their relationship is really pen pal. And Phil caught feelings for Jason. You see what I'm saying? Phil caught feelings for Jason. Caught little strong feelings for him. Started flirting with him. So they're about 3 months into their friendship. Jason was like, yo. He was like, Phil was calling. Phil was like, yo, man, I really need to speak to you, man. I need something to talk to right now. I really need to talk to him. I'm going through something. Phil was like, I can't really talk right now, but hey, you could meet me at my crib. We could grab a drink and we could talk. So he sends Phil the address. Phil goes to his crib, meets him at the crib. By time, Jason get this crib, Phil was already there, sitting on the doorstep, sitting there. He's like, damn, you got here pretty fast, right? Got here pretty fast. So boom, they go in crib. He pour him a glass of wine. They both have wine. They talk, and Phil is basically saying how he's stressed. The mother of his kids is wilding out. She asking for child support now. He's coming up with 1,000 excuses just to be around Jason for some sort of reason. So Jason was like, it's cool, man. It's cool. You'll get through it. He's like, how come you ain't got kids? You don't want kids? He was like, I ain't really find the right person to have kids with. And this and that and the third. And I think I want kids the natural way. I want to give a woman, bear my kids, and call it. But I ain't never been with a woman before. I always been with men. So Jason basically telling him he been with men. He said, yeah, I've been with men. I've been with openly straight men. I've been with men who've been on the down low. And then he was like, I even been with a trans before. So, I know what I want in my life, and I just want somebody who's straight openly with me. That's it. So Phil was like, wow, that's crazy. I'm looking for the same thing. He said, have you been with men before? So this is where Phil started lying, right? Phil's like, yeah, I've been with a man. I've been with 2 men. I almost been with a tranny, but it got blown up, and I got scared. I got petrified. He was like, why would you get scared? Because it was around people that didn't know that part of me. Oh, that's a beautiful snake. It was in front of people that didn't know that part of me, and I was afraid to let them in. But now I see like there's guys like you that's openly happy like this, and I want to experience that type of happiness myself. Being true to who I am. You know what I'm saying? So him and Jason, he ends up kissing Jason. Jason was like, yo, I think that was a little too soon, too sudden. He's like, I apologize. I shouldn't have did that. I'm gonna just leave. So Jason was just like, I'm feeling a little horny himself. He like, fuck it. They end up making out. They end up having sex. You feel what I'm saying? They end up having sex. Now, they wake up the next morning like, oh shit, we really did this. Fuck. Like, they both like, damn, we really fucked. Like, his phone was blowing up. It was missed calls, like 30 missed calls from the babysitter and text messages. He's like, I gotta go. So he dips. He didn't speak to Jason for that whole week. He went back home. So Jason ain't think nothing of it. He reached out to him a couple times, but the guy didn't respond back. So a couple days, a month go by. He still ain't hear from Phil. A whole month go by. So Jason must have thought it was just a hit and quit type shit. Cool, Jason been down that route before. You hit, you quit. You must have got what you wanted. I'm going on my life. So Phil started to dating this one guy named Tim. Tim is one of those guys. He likes to be beaten. He's into dominatrix shit, where people beat him and spank him. He's into that type of shit. And Jason wasn't really comfortable with doing that. So, but he said, I just want you to try it. I want you to try it. This is my fantasy. He's telling Jason this, right? He's telling him he's always in his fantasy. He's like, I'll even pay you if you want to do it. Now, Tim is a married man, 3 kids, but he has a fantasy of being beaten by men and being, fucked in his ass. Pardon my French. He also likes to be pegged by his wife, but his wife is not into that. You see what I'm saying? So he goes out and pays for his fantasies. Now, Jason thought this would have been like a regular relationship, but he found out I'm gonna make money off it, so why not do it to this man? So he's in the midst of that, and in the midst of him doing that, he gets a text from Jason like, hey, he get a text from Phil like, hey, it's been a while, I'm sorry that I ghost you, but I was going through some family shit. So he's like, can I see you? He's like, I'm in the middle or something, but I'll call you when I'm done. So Jason rushly back, got finished with the dude, got paid and dipped, right? He got dipped. So when he dipped, he ran into Phil. It was like Phil was always close by for some sort of reason. So they end up talking. Phil ended up having another moment breakdown. Where he was just like, I shouldn't have did that to you. I'm sorry. I apologize. And Jason like, it's cool, man. It's cool. Just like give me a heads up next time what your situation is so I know where I stand. And he was like, Phil was like, Jason, I like you. You know what I mean? And I want to pursue a relationship with you. So Jason was like, oh, where'd that come from? He's like, I connect with you on a vibing level, man. We hang out. I mean, I got to know who you are as a person, and this and that and the third. So Jason was like, but I'm openly gay. Like, are you comfortable with being openly gay? You feel what I'm saying? Are you comfortable with, holding my hand and kissing in public and letting the world know that we are together? Are you comfortable with that? Because not a lot of men are. Some men like to be hitting. Some men like to hide their partners. You see what I'm saying? So Jason's basically explaining to him, like, yo, this is what it is. This is how it comes with me. You see what I'm saying? So Phil agrees to it, right? So they have a relationship. Phil decides to keep it low-key on his end, but Jason was gladly promoting the relationship. He gladly promoting it. Their relationship was going on for like 6 months, and shit started to happen. Now, Phil has never invited Jason to his crib, right? And that was a red flag that Jason should have called on early. It was always Phil going to his place. It was always Phil going to his place, and they was always shacking up at his place. You see what I'm saying? It was never, oh, come to my place and meet the kids. I mean, 6 months in, I think he should know about the kids. I mean, you know of the kids, but you haven't met the kids. So Jason put it on the table, like, how come I never met your kids? Like, he's like, oh, I didn't think you wanted to. I didn't know. I should have did it. But if you want to meet my kids, you're gladly to meet my kids. He said it openly, so calm, but every time Jason brought it back up, he always had an excuse. So, boom, that was a red flag for him. Another red flag was Phil had social media, and Jason noticed on his social media he never posted him. You know what I mean? He seen his two kids, but he ain't never posted Jason. So Jason was like, yo, what's really going on? Like, those two red flags made Jason on edge. And he kind of figured where this was going. Either he's married to a woman and I'm a secret, he's on a DL, or he still hasn't come out. So these are all things Jason is thinking about. So what Jason decides to do is try to snoop and find out who this man really is. Phil was under a fake name. He was living under a fake name, and Phil's real name was Eugene Joseph Smith. That was his real name. Phil was just a name he would use when he meet people and shit. So Jason found out his real name is Eugene. So what he did decide to do was he went to that man's crib. He followed him to that man's house. He followed him and he found out where he lived. He also found out he was still married and in a whole relationship with the wife, with the kids. The babysitter was actually his wife. Every time she called, he would put babysitter under her name. Basically making it seem like the babysitter's calling, but it was really his wife. So he was living a double life. And Jason found out and wasn't too happy. So one morning, Eugene was coming out his crib, and Jason was so happy to be sitting right there waiting for him. The wife would just happen to kiss him goodbye, going to work type shit. Jason decides to stand by in the car. Eugene spots him. He's like, what the fuck? Dude, what are you doing here? He said, you lied to me. You said we was in a committed relationship, but you in here, you have a wife. I should go in there and tell that bitch that you with me. You're like, come on, man, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Don't do that, man, don't do that. He's like, you just like another one of these low-life motherfuckers. Like, I can't stand you so-called straight, man, but you be on the DL. He started going off on him. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. So the wife come out like, what's going on? So Eugene was basically like, Phil/Eugene was basically like, it's just one of the neighbors running off at the jibs. You sure? It's like, fuck you, man. Fuck you and your wife. Then he was like, hey, man, you going too far. Yeah, I'm gonna go as far as my dick in your ass again. So the wife was like, what he mean by that? I don't know. This man is crazy. Fuck you, man. Drive off his car. Jason started crying. He's in his emotions. You know, he thought he was really in a relationship with this man, and he was having a double life. You know what I'm saying? Big ass double life. And that really hurt him. Time went on. He deleted Phil out his phone, off his social media, and went forward with his life. Back to the single drawing board. Now, what happens now is Phil decides to come back into his life. Jason is about 6 months over this man into a whole committed relationship with another man who takes him very serious. Phil died to come, and he spots the two at the gay bar, and he's like, can I talk to you? He's like, the dude who's dating Jason's like, who's this? He's like, I don't know, but you better get the fuck away from me. He's like, come on, Jason, let me talk to you, man. Let me talk to you. So the boyfriend get up like, yo, my man said he don't want to talk to you. So Phil was like, man, I ain't here for you. I ain't here to start no problems. I just want to talk to him. He said he don't want you to talk to him. Step the fuck off before I beat your ass in here. Jason gets in between them like, hey, chill out. We don't need no fighting in here. The bartender's like, hey, take that shit outside. Phil looks at him and like, I just need to talk to you. Can I get a few minutes? And then I'm leaving. So the boyfriend was like, he can't get shit. Come on, babe. So Phil was like, I ain't having it no more. He takes the glass bottle and cracks the boyfriend in the face with it. Boom! Knocking him out. Grabs Jason, tugs him outside, right? Just wanted to talk to you. You're making this shit harder than what it is. I told you I loved you. I want to be with you. But you ghost me for a whole 6 months. Now you're in a relationship. So Jason's like, yo, first of all, you have a whole family. You lied to me. You have a whole fucking family and you lie. And now you expect me to be with you? How does that fucking work? I'm not going to be somebody who's secret. At least with him, I know what I'm getting. With you, I'm getting nothing but secrets and lies. And I can't do this with you no more. Phil was like, I can't let you be with nobody else but me. I can't let you be with nobody else but me. I love you, man. I love you. What had happened in the blink of an eye? Phil pulls out a gun and shoots Jason right there in the street. The boyfriend has just came outside looking for Jason, looking for Phil. Comes to find out his boyfriend laying in the street. Shot with a bullet wound straight to his chest. Phil runs away. Now, the boyfriend didn't know about Phil. You know what I'm saying? Jason never told him. He just told officers some random dude came up to him. He said he wanted to talk to him, this and that and the third. He didn't get the dude's name. He did not get the dude's name. And what happens now is Jason dies right there in the street. Type shit. He died in the street. Straight to a gunshot to his chest. Phil ends up getting away and moving to another state. Taking his whole family with him. End up moving. Telling his wife the business is going another way. And it's time for us to move. So the wife believes him and they skip to another town. And that's the end of Phil, part 1.